Hi, I'm Dark Shades, and today's video is about being mature at work. Now, when we're at work, we always, you find that people tittle tattle, don't they? They talk behind people's backs, they gossip. And where does that come from? Because we're not school children, are we? We're grown adults. And we should know how to communicate on a level that's mature, but we don't. We gossip or people gossip and tell us stuff, and we get caught up in it against our best intentions, and we just find that it's so hard to get on with people. And it's not unusual because you're working with people who you don't really know, and so depending on how long you've been working with them, you tend to not know much about them, so you have this distrust coming on. And for some people, if they do their job better than you, there might even be envy. People gossip because they are feeling insecure, their self-esteem is low. There's something about that person that they're gossiping about that they might even be secretly jealous over, because otherwise, why wouldn't they say it to their face? What is it about people who gossip, why they don't feel comfortable to confront that person to their face and give constructive feedback? But they don't do that, do they? They come and say, oh, that person did this. Did you see how they did that? Why do you think they did it that way? They could have done it this way. Oh, I'm so annoyed, because they haven't done it this way. And they should do it this way. The policy says that, and they come up with all of these things, and they get all worked up about another individual who hasn't done something the way they would like it to be done, and yet they don't have the courage to tell that person what it is they're doing wrong. And then when the person comes into the room, they're all smiles and everything is okay, and that person doesn't even know that there's a problem. What is that about? Why is it that when you have a beef about somebody in the workplace, you can't tell them what that beef is? You know what it is? It's people pleasing. People don't want to upset the apple cart. They'll whistle blow, go behind your back and tell you that you've done something wrong, and or tell the authorities that you've done something wrong, and next thing you know, the whole team has come down on you, and you're kind of like, if I've done something wrong, why didn't you tell me? We work in the same office. Why did you have to go above? Why didn't you kind of investigate the reason why I did something the way I did? But they don't do that a lot of the time. People who gossip tend to be quite vindictive. They have an ulterior motive. They have a hidden agenda. And the reason why they're gossiping is really because they don't like that person. They probably want that person out ultimately, and they just don't get on with them. So instead of gossiping, you need to tell the person, in order to be mature in the workplace, you need to tell the person directly, one-on-one, what it is you feel that they are doing that is upsetting you, making you angry, or frustrating you. That's the first thing. Because if you exercise emotional intelligence will enable you not to become defensive. It will stop you from becoming oversensitive, and it will stop you from being less assertive. A lot of our issues, as you will see, the trend throughout the videos, is that a lot of our issues stem from our childhood. They stem from either being criticized, either being neglected, either lacking in love, or lacking in support, or feeling ignored. So we need to prove ourselves. A lot of people who get high qualifications very young are doing that to prove themselves. They want that authority, they want that power. So they come into the workplace with an attitude, and they feel that, because they have all these qualifications, they can speak to somebody anyhow, and they can talk about people in an undignified way. That's not the reason you should be going to get qualifications, just so you can boss people around, or so you can gossip and make people feel less than the other. And the thing is about gossiping is that the people you're gossiping to they'll believe that you're gossiping about them as well. So, you don't come over in a very good light. So let's have a mature time at work. If somebody bothers you, confront them in a pleasant way and in a calm way, and get their side of the coin and see what their version of what they're doing is and why they're doing it. Because most people, when they do stuff, they do believe that they're right in what they're doing. And nobody's going to deliberately do something wrong at work, especially if it's got implications. So just find out their side of the story, see what's going on for them, and see if you can come to an amicable arrangement between the two of you. And then if there is a situation where you feel that, somebody's at risk, or that person might be putting other people at risk, then you might need to escalate it. But confront that person first instead of going around the office and gossiping and telling other people what you think that person should be doing. So that's all for now. I am going to stop here, and I am Dark Shades, and it's over and out.